My name is Matt, and I work as a commercial airline pilot. All right, on a typical day, I show up at the airplane, review the logbook. I'll do the walk around as the first officer, and the captain usually will prepare the plane for the flight. Once everything's ready to go, we'll go ahead and push back and fly between, depends, I'm on a little bit larger airplane, normally between 2 to 5 hours of flight. Once we reach our destination, a lot of times we'll turn around and head right back to where we started at Atlanta in my case. Once we're back in Atlanta, we'll go generally change airplanes, board a new airplane, prepare that one to go, and fly to another destination. Most times we will be done for the day after that. The most hours you can fly in a single day is 8 hours by FAA mandate, and the company will generally schedule us for 5 to 8 hours a day. I work pretty much 4 out of every 7 days. So in my case, I work Mondays through Thursdays, but that's really based on your seniority, what you can hold for scheduling purposes. Pilots fly 365 days a year, so holidays aren't off unless your schedule permits it. In a normal month, I'll work 12 to 14 days. And once I'm home, I have no responsibilities to the company pretty much. And that's really one of the better parts of the job. The stress level depends on the weather, really. The worse the weather, the more stressful it can be. But generally, if the weather's good, the airplanes work right, it can be a good day. Typical job requirements for what I do. For any major airline, a 4-year college degree is required. The major is not, a scientific major is not necessarily required, although it can be helpful. Most training programs are built so that any college graduate can get through the training. Some colleges do offer flight training within the school, and that is a way to at least start your flight time building. For a major airline, 1,500 hours is the minimum required flight time. There are a lot of licenses along the way that you'll earn as you gain experience flying. In my case, I went into the military. The military is the easiest way to go from flying, in my case, in the military, to a major airline. But if you choose not to go that direction, you can get a job with a commuter airline and build your flight time that way. I would say that the best part of my job is really the travel. I get to go new places and see different things, explore different cities, and it can be pretty exciting. Part of that, another good part of the job is that you can really live wherever you want. But then it's your personal responsibility to get to your base. So that leads me to some of the worst parts of my job, which is the time you spend away from home. It costs me more time away from home because I commute to work. In order for me to reach my base by, say, noon, it's possible I would have to take a 6 a.m. flight to get there. So I've pretty much wasted that day, which could have been time better spent. The same works on the backside. Once I'm done working, then I need to travel home. And depending on how far away you live from your base, it can cost you between 1 hour to possibly not getting home at all. So there's some good parts and there are some bad parts. My final advice in terms of piloting career is try to look ahead into the future a little bit. It's a very cyclical industry. At the current time with the economy, and they raised the retirement age of pilots to 65, it's going to be a slow hiring process. The military might be the best way to go right now, to join the military and spend your, say, 7 to 10 years in the military and come out with a lot of experience and be hireable right off the bat. Otherwise, you're probably looking to spend quite a bit of time in a smaller airline, a commuter airline, which can be a significantly harder lifestyle. It's possible the commuter airlines are hiring at a little faster rate right now, but that is a little bit more difficult job than flying with the major airlines. The smaller planes can't fly as far, so in order to build your flight time, you can expect to fly maybe 4 to 6 flights a day, rather than maybe the 1 to 3 that you're looking at a major airline. They log a lot of flight time and they work a lot of hard hours. So it is a way to go, but generally I think it's a tough way to go.